spiritual family, what's up? What's up? This is just like a quick update. What's going on in the spiritual realm, and it's very heavy, and some of us might not understand or understand what is going on. This is the time. This is a war. Like, in reality, it's a full-on war with you. I hope y'all can hear me. I don't have I have headphones, but these are not gonna work on the live. I tested them out before. It's gonna sound all like, so it wouldn't even matter. I decided today that I decided last night, and during the time that all this shit was happening, I decided that I'm going back to source. I'm going back to who I was originally was before my light was dimmed. And this time, this past couple of weeks, welcome on in, spiritual family. Welcome on in. This past couple of weeks been showing me memories, been showing me visions, and it's very beautiful, but also sinister and also dark at the same time. And I feel like I'd gone back to the original me before I put on the mask, before I decided to share my story. This is a beautiful moment for you to kind of rise above, because you are in a different dimension than most people are, or than your family are. They're not going to understand your path, and they're not going to get where the divine is taking you, or where you're taking yourself. You are God. You have the right to be like God. And I mean that in a humble way. And this new path that is ahead of me, I decided to take it. I decided to move forward and detach myself from people who no longer serve my purpose, who no longer evaluate or even want to consider that I am a spirit having, or I am a God having a human experience, or a spirit having a human experience. However you want to put it, it all equals up to that. We are on a different dimension than most people, and the ones that are stuck in the mud and we've risen out and we already ascended, there is no going back. You can't go back to what you already know. You know what you know based off of your reality of perspective. What's the point of going back into something that is so profound and so easily to say, I don't believe what I am seeing. I'm seeing my reality exactly for who and what it is. People gonna judge you on this road. People are gonna demonize you on this road. It's totally up to you how you accept your power and your gift, because it's come from the divine. This is what he had to go through when he came into his presence. And we're all just experiencing it all at simultaneously, just different parts of his reality coming into one. And this shit is so fucking real. It's really real. And I'm sorry I cursed a lot, but I'm very passionate. I'm a passionate person. I use my Aries sign to open up the gate of my throat chakra to my Taurus constellation, so I can bring out what it is that I'm creating within in my solar chakra. So excuse my French, but I do come from a humble place where I see how things are. It's two sides. It's two sides to the story. And they don't, if they don't understand that if they already have their gifts, I see it, but they're misusing it, or they mistreating it, and they took the gifts from other people like you and me and call it their own. But now it's time for us to like call back our power, call back our higher self. Stay in your higher level, stay in the higher dimension. You aren't in the 12th dimension, you're above that. You're above light. You are light, and they can see it. They are scared of light. And they are also scared of darkness. They're just afraid. They're scared. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to feel. They don't know how to act when we are risen up from what we know for who we are and what we are. When I was coming into spirituality, I did not know what to do with my gifts. I was just trying anything and everything. But now that I have this profound knowledge, applying it to wisdom, it's like I can explore all of it without judgment, without sin. As long as I repent and come truthful in who and what I am, there is no sin. There is no judgment. Back then, when I first rose up, literally rose up from the grave, there are some things that like I could not understand with my gifts. I was very dark in the beginning. I was using the vision wrong. I was using my thoughts wrong until somebody one day sat me down and said, you need to reprogram your subconscious. You need to reprogram how you think, because it's going to bite you when this manifestation fully fulfilled. And I keep forgetting that all of this shit that we go through is just an aspect of our subconscious. It is just an illusion to the matrix that we created for ourselves, because we think that we can take on any type of challenges. It's just like, but we got to look at our reaction though. Look how we are reacting when these things do pop up. But then again, when we do enlighten them in a proper way, but instead of just harming our bodies, harming our spirit, harming ourselves because we've been hurt for so many times, we gotta stop. We gotta look at us, because they are just a reflection of our subconscious. I realized all you have to do is talk to a spirit in the dream world. Tell them what's going on. Show them that it's okay. It's all for the great good. You're gonna understand one day. You might not understand now. And I see why, like, I've been reaching out to certain family members. I told my brother, look, God told me to say, I gotta let y'all go. And I did exactly that. I let you go. And when I talk about God, I'm talking about the God that is within you. The energy and that power that is within you. God is within us. Like, this shit is real. It's a psychological warfare on our minds, because they don't know how to control their own goddamn minds. It is a warfare on our soul. It's a warfare on our light, our destiny. And I'll be damned if my destiny was destroyed over some stupidity, over something I created. And if we don't get this shit now, and we go back to source, and we go back home, how are we able to pass all the judgment, all the hate, all the things, all the illusions that we created for our path to be in the enlightenment, to be the light bringer? That's what we are. We are light bringers, whether you like it or not. But do not demonize yourself because they have demonized you. I'm going back to source. I am source. I am back. I never left. I might have been scared of my own self because I saw the power within me. I felt the power within me. And I seen what I can truly do up in space, up in the ether. Like, I seen it. Come into your knowing, because you're going to need that anger. You're going to need that passion that you have inside to create a world that you see within your mind. And they are trying their absolute best to shut us up, to enslave us, to discontinue us. And I will not allow them to discontinue us. I will not allow them to bring down my spiritual family. I will not. There's gonna be a moment when their time comes, whenever that is. They already decided their fate. They already decided what side they are on. I will not forget. I will never forget. I couldn't forget. I can't, but I forgive. You know what you know in your reality. It's all up to you how you make it out the end of this fire, out of this illusion. I see myself going places. I don't have an end. It's just a continuum. I'm expanding. And they're mad about that. I'm going to let them be mad. I'm not in competition with life. I'm not in competition with them, because I'm not going where they are going. They're not going where they think they're going. The world that they created for themselves is nothing but an illusion of aspects of our subconscious that we created for them to live off of. If you think about it, look at your surroundings. You manifest this. You wouldn't be here today. You really wouldn't. You manifest your day today. Start using that power. Start using the gift of vision. God gave us the gift of vision for a reason. Because we are in our seasons. We planted the seed. Now the seed is sprout. And now we are the roots. And now we become the tree, which is the tree of life. We are the symbolic of the tree of life. We are the Kabbalah. We are energy. We are source. We are the gods and goddesses of our world. So are they. But they need to understand there are better ways than to just do what they do. All this lying, this slandering, this manipulation, this gaslighting is going to have to stop, because at the end of the day, they are hurting themselves. They are slandering themselves. Karma bites back in the ass, whether they like it or not. And we all been through karma, because we taken on karmas from lineage to ancestors, and we don't know why the fuck this shit is happening. Or like, it's because we built this world. And they're sitting here using us like a battery pack. If I would have came into my powers long time ago, I would not have gone through the suffering that I have went through. But at the same time, I see why I needed to go on the paths that I went to. Because without those paths, I would not have the knowledge I have today. I would not have the wisdom I have today. So I am thankful that I survived. I am thankful that I am alive. And I need to stop telling myself, killing myself for what? I'm not killing myself for nobody. They need to realize it's more to it than materialistic things, because this shit is not going where we're going, because the knowledge is going with us, but do they know that they can recreate it? I get that energy matters, it does, but like, we have to let this go. Like, I really truly miss my old self. I was like, when I came back, when I connected myself back to the cord, to the silver cord, because I did cut it off. And you can cut it off, but I don't recommend doing that unless you know what you're doing, when, because you gotta protect yourself when you do cut off that cord, that umbilical cord. I was like, why the fuck did I cut it off? And then I was like, I remember, okay, I was arguing with somebody, or I was in not an understanding with somebody, and then somebody demonized me, and I said, alright, cut. But then yesterday, I had to go back into the ether. I had to literally physically put my cord back on. And it was so hard for me to do, because I left the pieces in places where I forgot. Until I was able to access that old matrix that I remembered. It's nothing but an illusion what we are going through. It's part of our manifestation. We manifest this before we even got on earth. Before we came into our embodiment that we are in now, we had to dream of a world that we wanted to live in. And some of the things that we are going through now is what we had experienced when we were dead, when we was not even born yet. It's a beautiful thing when you realize you are in a higher dimension, when you are somewhere else where others cannot go or cannot understand, and you find your spiritual family, you find people who can really resonate with you and understand that they're on the same boat as you, and we're both traveling to the promised land. This is the promised land. Our promised land is within our minds. That Garden of Eden is within our minds. We just have to activate it. And it's so easy to activate by accepting what it is that you are seeing and feeling. You are at the gate of Garden of Eden. Once you realize that you are in a different dimension than most people, you know what you know. You are what you are. You are a ninth ether being. You are love and light. You are proton. They're gonna come into, they're gonna figure it out. Give it time, but then detach yourself, because our family that we are in now is not really our family. It's not our true essence family. It's just we use them as a vessel to get to earth, to get to this dimension. And now we got to detach ourselves so we can create our column our society that the way that we envision. And I've seen that society. It's a real life society, a real life utopia for all of us. And it's so beautiful. But I did see something that was so disturbing that it made me stop. I was like, I don't want that for our people. Like I saw us in like these like cocoons looking thing. I don't really know how to. I'm gonna draw a picture of it one day, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like, what the society looks like that we are in, because it's very peaceful. But then I saw a apocalypse version of it as well, because the elites, they've been trying to destroy our society, our universe, our world, to gain what we gain and access what we know. But we like, no sir, the fuck you mean? You're not taking what we built. You're not destroying what we built so far. That's why I made those videos of, I call them out. I was calling them out. I said the gig is up, time is up for them, but time is just beginning for us. We just got here. We've been here, but we just got here. And I'll be damned if they destroyed my ancestors, if they destroyed us, if they destroyed me. I'm already ahead of my future. I see the bullshit that they're gonna try to do. I'm already 2 steps ahead. 3, 5, 10,000 steps ahead of them. 10 million steps ahead of them. That's why I keep asking them, I need my $10 million, because this traveling ain't no joke. Time traveling is real. Be able to see the past and the present and the future all at once is real. And it was something about my past that they kept me from my past of knowing. They kept putting a cloth of illusion over my head to not see the wickedness that they was doing. And now that I am speaking up, they don't like how I am coming into my power, but I'm showing them in the exact same way how they can come into their power, but righteously. Not continuing destroying somebody. I told my brother, I'm letting y'all go. I'm sorry. I'm in the future. Y'all stay stuck in the past. Y'all stay stuck in the slave mentality. I've always been in the future. I was always creating in the future from the past. I'm in the present moment. My present moment is now. Because I opened up the gift. I choose to express. I choose to imagine. I told God, you know what? I'm gonna give up the drinking, because I'm more powerful with my mind, and I don't need that stuff, because all it does is just dim my light and depress me even more. Makes me want to kill myself all the time when I take a sip. I don't need it. They need that stuff to fuel them. And I feel way better without it when I am just coming into my known. When I'm just coming into my higher self. Because I was trying to picture what my higher self looks like, or what it feels like. Your higher self is you. You are your higher self, not your reality. And some of y'all don't even know that I'm actually helping y'all in the ether, fighting half of y'all problems, fighting half of y'all demons, these entities, some of these deities that you cannot recognize or understand. And they're just taking your energy. And y'all have like these contracts. And I'm trying to get rid of them. I'm going through them. I'm in my library just looking at them. Because you did not place them on you. Somebody else did. Something else placed them on you. So you do not know what truly is going on. They gonna get it. They gonna learn today. Like, if you think about it, how many times, how many people have messed with you and you actually saw karma come into them? You might have felt it. You might have felt it one day. You might have saw it in a dream. You might saw it in a vision. You might actually saw it in reality happening because you are chosen. The divine said, do not touch my anointed. You are the divine. You are the source. You are the equilibrium. You are everything that you have imagined. And the other day when I was doing that live with the mask on, it was a symbolic of between my darkness and my light. I was said, this is war. There is no war. I stepped up to the plate. I stepped up to the judgment. I'm okay with my sins because I return it back to source. I said, I'm sorry. I did not know what I was doing. Now that I am here, show me the way. Let me be who I am meant to be. Let me be who I am meant to become. I'm already becoming. I'm already in me. I'm accepting it. The fuck you mean talking about killing myself? I'm not going nowhere. I just got here. Over some money? Over materialistic things? You know you're more powerful. You know you're more valuable than the things that they are desiring. I desire knowledge. Just ask the universe to show me a love reading that was the message my soul been asking for. I pop across yours, and the few words you said got my attention immediately. And literally, ever. Okay? I'm glad you can resonate. Y'all might not get me sometimes. I totally get it. I'm a handful. I get it. Single thing you said has 100% been conversation and topic exactly specific to my life. I love the divine. Thank you for channeling this. Thank you for sharing your gifts and thinking my own. Come into your gifts, bro. I call everybody bro just to clarify. It's just my lingo, my personality. Oh god. Why did I put this so tightly? For those who don't know, I did shave my head. And I showed my family that I shaved my head. They judged me for it. They judge me for my pain, and I'm like, okay. Wouldn't you do the same thing if you went through pain? Which they have, but they're handling it completely wrong. Sorry, I'm just like fixing this. Ouch. Squeezing my brain. I want to get another one of these, like a white version. I got this at a beauty supply store. There was like, I think like $7, less than that. So yeah, but I wear makeup, so I was like, I might stop wearing makeup, but I was like, I don't like when I wear white and then I wear makeup. It's just ugh. You know what I mean? Hello, welcome on in. How are you? But yeah, it's just, it's funny how this shit is just, it's our imagination. I started laughing at myself in my sleep. I'm like, we are babies. Like, I'm just a baby. Like, for real. I'm like, if you don't get over yourself and become into your higher self and your higher knowing, you know what you know, boy, it's okay. We're all learning. Like in the beginning, I was so scared. Like I was asking the divine, like, can you take the shit back because um I don't know what to do with it. And then he gonna tell me, you do know what to do with it because I seen it before my awakening, which is weird. I seen everything before I even became to who I am, to became like before all of it. Cause I remember I was about like what 3 months years old, and you're not even supposed to remember when you're 3 months years old. How can a 3-month-year-old baby remember some of this stuff? And I remember when these deities started coming to me at that age, and I have experienced time travel too. I was about like what 2 or 3. I was sitting out on a porch. Um, I remember seeing a version of me who was like more Native American than I was, if it makes sense. Like she dressed more Native American than I did. She had longer hair, but I knew that she was me, but just from a different time, maybe a little bit older. Probably like the same age now that I am in, or like probably younger. And I was sitting out on the porch playing with my dolls or something. I remember we had a puppy at that time. I did not like that dog. I hated that dog because I was scared of dogs at that time. And I saw her coming up to me. She had no shoes on, and she wanted to play with me. And I was like, "Don't I know you?" And she shook her head like, "Yeah, you do. You do know me." And like I can specifically remember what she dressed like. She had uh like she had the same belly button as me. It was I got a crusted moon belly button, and but she had like piercing. It had like a symbol of the sun on it, and she had like piercing like on her nose, like how the Native American do. And she had some up here on her eyebrows as well. And she had bangs, and she had long hair, and it was like brown. She had no shoes on. She comes up to me, and she started playing with my dolls, and she started talking to me about my gifts. Remind you, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. I thought I was just dreaming about this. And she said that I am you from the future. I just came to warn you about what is to come. Do not react. And then I remember my 5-year-old self telling her, react to what? Like I said in a little baby voice. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And she said that I will come to an understanding later on in life. I will be carrying a group of individuals to their destinies or to their gifts. She said I will have a hard time trying to get into my knowing, but it's all for purpose reasons. So, yeah. I remember having dreams after that, but I can't really recall some of the dreams. I guess during those dreams, I was seeing like my future throughout my childhood. I was seeing the houses that we were going to live in. I was seeing the people I was coming across with. I kept seeing myself on an airplane, and then I kept seeing myself dying so many times. Then when my near death finally came, it wasn't like a surprise to me anymore because I saw it coming. I had so many signs before, like I am having signs now. But I'm walking into a newer pathway because like I don't know how to put it, but like I seen all of this coming before my time. And then that's when the whole graveyard dream started to come. Like I was there with my ancestors. They was teaching me in the ether. They was showing me things in the ether. And it was very beautiful, but so dark and scary at the same time. But then I come to learn to love that darkness because it's all out of love. Like that's what I like. I be looking at these symbols in the house and I'm like, didn't I know I created these symbols in my mind? I had to like project the what I am seeing into somebody else's thoughts so that they can create these symbols for me to actually see in reality. I was like, ain't no way I did this shit. I was like, ain't no way. It's it's pretty like it's pretty wild, but also beautiful at the same time. I just saw a splash like somebody's here with me. It was like right in the corner of my eye. I've been seeing orbs everywhere lately too. Like they're like little pixie dust. Man, when I told my family I'm clairvoyant, they they demonized the hell out of me. I was like, I'm gonna take it because what you're afraid of when you go back home, you won't be able to handle it, but I'll handle it for you because it's my job. I'm actually healing. I had some scars. It took me some days to heal, but I'm like, this tattoo actually really works. When every time I get a scar and I look at it and I try to like activate its chakras, it actually that's weird. Cause I was scratching the hell out of myself. I had like a long scar here and here, and it's just gone. These are almost gone as well. And they've been there for like 2 weeks. Okay, I'm coming back. But they can laugh all they want. And I'm gonna keep continuing being me at the end of the day while I watch them just be like, I decided to detach myself from them so I can go on this path. I'm not following the crowd. I'm not going where they're going. And I'm not, and my brother said he gonna try to help me. I do not trust that boy for nothing. I really don't. So I'm following my instincts. Because I already saw some things when I was there. I lived with him before. And I do not like certain things that I saw. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait it out for a little bit more. Because she said I got 30 days to get out. But my 30 days is today. In my mind. I'm making it come, like, manifesting. But she did tell me I got 30 days to get out. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I just got here. I'm like, after all the bullshit I've been through, and I don't have nothing for you to offer, like, I don't have nothing to offer you, and you just want money. Like, the thing about my family, it's so much shit that don't nobody fucking know. If God made a way the first time, he gonna make a way again. The God within you. The God within you that is here. I'm like, it's much more to life than just money. I get it's survival tactic, but use your mind to get it. And they sit here and laugh and judge me all the time, criticize me, belittle me. And I don't never think that way of them. I might hate that they do this to me. I'd be like, man, I hate y'all sometimes. Or I'd be like, man, I wish y'all was dead sometimes. I do. I do say so. I do say that sometimes about them, but then I tell myself, return that shit back to sender. We are better than that. We are not their thoughts. It's hard to transmute these type of energy. It really is, especially when you have a duality consciousness. I'm good and evil. Because I can do bad with my vision, but I can also do good with it. And I'm just coming into my knowing, and I just don't know how to actually use the gift properly yet. So forgive me if I do say stuff out of character, out of judgment, out of place of hurt, because somebody hurt me, but I wouldn't dare hurt somebody else physically or mentally or psychologically. I've been there. I've been in that psychologic world. Anything with S's, I cannot say. I hate S's. I had a speech problem when I was younger, and I did take speech classes, but I always skipped them. I was like, I'm not going. Because the lady was mean. I was like, I didn't like how she teach me. She was just trying to help me, but I was like, she was at the same time trying to discipline me. But I was hard-headed, child. I was like, no. But, we're just living and learning at the end of the day. We are a magnet to our energies, and we need to take control of them and not let them trigger our emotions, because they think that when they trigger us, we're crying out, we're pouring out to our ancestors, and they think that they can get our blessings out of us by doing that. Or if we're slandering them and they are taking our destiny, our blessings from the slandering, it don't work like that no more. We cut off their supply. If you can have the vision, you can see I have the wall up a little bit. I can see it. It's very bright. And there's like a little bright in the corner right here. It's totally up to you if your third eye is open. Like, I realize I'm a shaman. Like, the things that I can do with the minds and how I can heal the mind. It's very awesome, and I'm in love with it. Like, I love this gift. And I realize I know I can make a business out of it, but like, I rather just help those who need it. It's not about the money. It's more than that. It's a movement. And I couldn't understand that in the beginning. But now in the understanding, now I know I can continue doing what it is that I'm doing. Because little did they know I'm actually helping them in their minds as well, clearing out the karma, clearing out some of the things that they are having problems with their body. Because I be looking around the house. I detach myself from the house because it's not even mine. None of this shit is mine. I didn't put a dime towards it. I didn't put no energy towards it other than manifesting it. So I can let this go because it's not mine. I can call it home, but it does not feel like home to me. It does not feel like love to me, but love is within me, so I go within, not by my surroundings. I don't love the salad. I don't love the cell phone. I love the light because I am light. I love how it's reflecting out of me, but I only created or animated through my mind. Same thing with technology. I only animated. I only transmuted a part of me, a part of my consciousness, into something that I can access and see. That's why they're trying to do the virtual reality so they can see what's in our minds. But I found something way much better than virtual reality. I was like, they like 3,000 late into the future. Literally, 3,000 late. Like, I'm looking around, like, I love it on a different dimension than what I'm saying that I'm loving it on an internal level. I'm loving it for that it's here, that it exists. That's all I can do. I didn't put my time and energy into it. Bro, you just gotta realize how powerful you really are when you have a bunch of people coming up against you, because they see greater value in you than you do yourself. So they try to tell you you're less than what you think you are. Oh, am I? Okay. Okay. We'll see about that. But when I'm in my future and you're still stuck in the past and you can't reach me into the future and you're trying to dial within my mind, I'm like, hello? I can't hear you. I'm somewhere else. It's because you already chose the path you are chosen to take. And I warned them so many times that there is a war coming. There is something coming. And that something is us. Like, I'm not only doing this for the ones who are living, and I'm also doing this for the dead. The ones who don't have a voice for themselves. Like my whole family, the ones that I truly can resonate with, they are gifted as fuck. Like they just don't know it, but then they might know. And I started to speak up and I started to connect with them, like my nieces and nephews. And I was like, y'all are gifted. Y'all have the gift because I see it. I've been saw it. And then they was trying to put them through the same testimony as me and my brothers. And I was like, no. I stepped in and be the auntie and like, you will not touch my anointed. You will not touch what God had put them for. You will not touch them. You will not curse them. You will not lay a hand on any of them. Because we are, like, if you think about it, we are perils for them. And I started to suit up. I started to put the shield up. Even on them. Just by imagining and envisioning them being protected. Because I'm going to help them to get into their gifts before it's too late. Like, all they, like, the rest of them, besides them, the ones who gossip and slander and belittle people, they're going to have a hard time recognizing that we are the true source. We are the source that they need to continue their world. And when we are out of their world into our own world, they're going to try their very best to destroy us outside of our world. Because I've seen it there. I have dark high priestesses, dark warlocks, dark witches in our family that curses us every moment that they can get because of jealousy and envy and grief and sadness that they have not dealt with their power or dealt with whatever the fuck they dealt with in their past. And they put it onto us. That's why I stopped letting my mom touch my hair. That's why I stopped letting them touch my body. And ever since I stopped letting them touch my body, my skin been getting clear. I began to look more normal. But when I was outside of the world, they were still attacking me, still slandering me, and it always come back to me. And I felt and I seen it. Like, if you think about it, if some of y'all been through abuse with the relationship, if you've been, I don't mean to like dig in, but this is a little bit deep. If you've been in an abusive relationship or something like that, let's put it like that. They are illusions. They That wasn't true love. It was a setup. They was hired to be put into your life to make you more miserable. They are agents. Like AGENT. They are karmic twin flame or karmic soul flame, if you want to call it that. And they, what they do is they communicate with them telepathically to see how they can ruin your day every day. To see how they can make you suffer every day so you can keep being in a loop. And I started to peep this, and I was like, who are you reporting to every time you are listening to my conversation? Like, put it like this. Look at Beyonce and her mom, for example. Her mom is a high dark priest. And all the things that Beyonce go through in the social media and this and that, the third. Just take a look at how it's similar to the high priestess, the dark high priestess in your family. The dark high priestess are your mother, it could be your father, it could be your uncle, and I have multiples of them in my family. And they don't like that I know that. I know that. So they could come up here on YouTube too and start speaking their truth so they can be like, oh, she just delusional. I already seen that happen. I was like, let them expose me, because then they're exposing themselves at the end of the day. How they treat somebody. Like, it's a lot that I know. I just don't say. But now that I'm back, I can say. Because I had to go in dream world to pick up the pieces that I had forgotten about myself. Astral world. Whatever you want to call it is all the same. And I hate. That's why I sit on the chair. But I'm good. But yeah, I had to pick up the pieces. And somebody was talking to me telepathically yesterday. I received a message. I saw books. I saw some type of crystals, seashells, some bottle, I guess. I don't know. I can't see the names of it, but I remember what it looks like because the book was like very pretty. So I received a message. I saw it. It was like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning when I got that vision. It was like you was showing me something what's to come. So I'm taking all that I can for my future, for my bloodline. Like, you can't hurt people who hurt people, like, who are already hurt. They already been through enough. They're not gonna feel it. Like, I stopped feeling it like a long time ago. It's crazy. It's wild. But once you step outside of this hump, this illusion, it will get better. Trust me, it will get better. You're just stuck in the mud right now. So are they. But on that note, I appreciate love y'all. Honestly, y'all been here from day one, seeing the evolution. And I'll be here till the end of time for you. And you will be here till the end of time. And time does not exist, so we're gonna keep expanding, keep growing, keep rising. And I'm happy to be here. Like I let go. I let it all go. I put it I put it on a rock or something. I don't know what I did with it, but like I envisioned it inside of something and then I just threw that bitch like, there you go. My vision would be funny. This is going to be a beautiful evolution, a beautiful growth. And I do appreciate love each and every one of you. I really do. Whether you know it or not, or feel it or not, I send you unconditional love and light and support. You got my back, I got your back. We everything. And I'm gonna just start saying the truth from here on out. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna be scared. I'm not. Not as much as I'm telling myself, just dial back a little bit. No. Turn it up a notch. Turn it up a little bit more. Rise above. I didn't see the laws. Just wondering, anyone know what it could mean when you see faces everywhere and everything? All in my photos, my walls, just everywhere. I can't escape it. Just wondering if it's spiritual or psychological. It's both, but it's more spiritual. It's just you're starting to tap into your third eye and you're able to see it. Because I can see it too. I see it in anything and everything as well, especially in patterns. It's just the world is, their world is very thin and it's coming into our world now. And the more we awaken our third eye, the more it's right in our face. You just have to accept it. They can't harm you. It's only in the minds that they can harm you, but they're not really harming you in the minds. They can't break you down. And like I see them all the time. I see spirits everywhere, all the time. And if you see me looking out in space, because I'm seeing them all the time, because I just can't. So don't be afraid when you do see them. That's what they want. They want fear, because they survive off of our first dimensional emotions. So you have to transmute that emotion into the next dimension so you can become in the higher dimension. They're not in a higher level. They are, but they just don't get it. Things are different. And I'm trying to teach the dead as well while I'm living and going into their world. And it's like, y'all just not gonna get it. And I'm like, I feel bad for them. But it's crazy. Again, I come up here randomly now, so it's my first time coming here in the AM. I've never been on live on the AM. It's kind of weird. I normally come here at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, but I'm not scared no more. I'm gonna come whenever I choose, whenever my calling is here. So if you need you can send me messages telepathically. I can receive them, and just you have to wait till I can able to channel it. It's like me opening up the mail in my mind, and I'm like, okay, somebody wants to know about this, so I go by order. So I channel by order because the order on your life. So yeah. Until then, I'm gonna see you on my next live, though. Much love.